Afternoon, everybody. Today is the 21st of February. We have a five-game slate to break down here today for FanDuel. So, as normal, if you guys can leave a like, we definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button as well for more NBA FanDuel and DraftKings lineup advice videos. Um, Last night for premium came up just short. The scores were absolutely crazy. I think we had like a 325 and like a 330. And then a 317 was our three. So we came up just short. The cash lines were absolutely insane, especially double ups. It was a 350 I was dealing with. I don't know what you guys were dealing with, but cash games were absolutely insane last night. I didn't play too many tournaments, but I was looking at a 340, 345 minimum and double ups and 50-50s, which gotta love that. I was looking at the double up. First place had a 358 and last place had a 350. That is an 8 point difference. That is it. That is insane. It just shows how many repetitive lineups there is, and that's just why it's so hard to play double ups and stuff because of stuff like that. You only have 8 points of error. So yeah, but anyway, it was still a good night. I mean, I'll take it. Everything was pretty well. We just didn't have like that one extra player that went off. But besides that, we still scored in the 320s, 330s. So you know what? I'll take it. It was just a really high scoring night. But yeah, if you guys want to come join us, we have a $6 day pass for the main slate. If you guys want main, after hours, and express, all three of those, that's only going to be $10 for the day. If you guys want to come join us for that. I think today is only after hours and main. I'm not sure, but we'll have to check it out. But yeah, we'd love to have you guys come join us for a main monthly pass. It's $30 per month for the main slate, 2 lineups per day. And if you guys want the all day pass, which has after hours, express, and main, that's going to be $45 per month. So that's 6 lineups per day compared to 2 lineups today. So just like I said, if you have any questions, Twitter and email will be down there in the comment section below for you guys. Click that link right there. We'll take you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow. We'll follow you guys right back. And if you guys have any questions, let us know on either email or, like I said, on Twitter. So with that being said, let's go get into it. I rambled a little bit. 76ers and Pelicans, first game of the day, 232, 3.5. If you guys are betting on the spread at all, I'm taking the 3.5 all day for Philadelphia, and like I said, I'll explain why. But if you're taking that and you see this early, I'll take the 3.5 on the road. If you guys bet like that, okay. And the reason I say that is because New Orleans defense is not good, not good. We saw Milwaukee yesterday. It's a back-to-back for New Orleans. They played a pretty fast-paced game. Look at this defense, not great at all. I know 76ers don't have any Joel Embiid or Paul George for a while, but like I said, I think they have a good enough team to beat these guys by 3.5. Um, let's go look at, like I said, the 76ers real quick. We got Drummond going to be the main center, going to be chalky once again here in this one. Play 27 minutes. Like I said, he's going to get you 30, 35. Really good cash game play. And then you got the mystery box here. We got the bottom three. We got Barlow, Watford, and Bonner. Who in the world's going to pop off? One of these guys is going to. I just don't know who. Barlow was absolutely horrendous with 1 point, and he still managed 15 fantasy points. So I don't mind him. I think he's more of a safer floor guy besides that last game. Watford to me, he just doesn't do much for me. Yeah. He might have a random game, but I'm not too on him. I mean, the guy you can look at if you're fading Drummond is Bonner, but I don't think you need to go there. You're really relying on his defense to get you there. So if you're playing GPPs, then maybe one out of your 150. Kelly Oubre is an all right cash game play. VJ Edgecomb's definitely one guy I want to look at. As you see here, New Orleans not great against shooting guards at all. 25.1 points given up, four 3-pointers given up per game. So guys like VJ, guys like Kelly and Maxey, all those guys can shoot 3-pointers. So really don't mind looking at those guys, those three. They're definitely underpriced. So yeah, I really don't mind a couple of these New Orleans guys. If they think this is a 3.5, why in the world are we not stacking up on Philly? Like I said, it's not going to be 3.5. I hope I'm not wrong. I just feel like it's going to be a little bit more than that, just because it's a back to back for New Orleans. Speaking of New Orleans here, and I get that they're probably going to have Trey Murphy back. That might make it a little bit closer, but yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. I don't think Derek Queen's going to be really that great tonight. I just don't. Um, I mean, if anything, Carlo might get a little bit of run against the big here. Yeah, he might get a little extra run. So I know that's a deep GPP as well, but I maybe take him over Vana at like 0.1% ownership. And a lot, like I said, if you're playing a ton of lineups. Detroit and Chicago, we're going to move on to this one. We have a 234, 10.5 here by the Detroit Pistons. Jalen Duren is back here tonight for Detroit after his suspension. So I'm really intrigued to see what they do here. Is Jalen Duren going to go play 30, 35 minutes and pop off? Is he going to play 20, 25? Because of a blowout, there's a lot of question marks. Chicago is terrible against centers, as you see, 54.6% field goal percentage, 14.3 rebounds, gives up 2.6 blocks per game. So this could be a massive spot for either Durant or Paul Reed here. I don't mind taking a couple shots with him. The only thing that kind of stinks is his minutes were slightly limited before the All-Star break. He's had a lot of rest, though, so you think they'll go play in 30, 35 minutes. But if this game is a blowout, then I definitely could see him not playing too much. Jalen Smith is okay from the Chicago side. You can look at Tobias Harris again, but rebounds are going to come down a little bit. Did shoot 4 for 16, which is not great, but he did shoot 16 times, so that's an encouragement. But yeah, I just don't see a lot going on here. I see Chicago playing their guys in this one and probably resting on a back-to-back against New York, so this one might be slightly more competitive, but just not a lot really going on. I guess, like I said, Jalen Duran's really the only one I really would take a shot on here in this one. Moving on to Memphis and Miami, a little bit faster paced game. We have a 236, 11.5 here by the Miami Heat. Looks like Tyler Hero, I think I last saw was probable in this one, so I didn't update it, but looks like he's probable. I think on a back-to-back is what it said, so don't mind maybe looking at him. Oh yeah, there it is, it updated. So you can look at him, but he is slightly limited. Both these guys are, but I think you can look at Ty Jerome, right? He's pretty healthy. He's probably going to play about 22, 23 minutes on this one. But like I said, he's 7,300, so that's the big thing. But if he randomly comes out and plays a full 30 minutes, then boom, you're ahead of everybody else. But Grizzlies are slightly healthier in this one, right? Pippen's back, Ty Jerome's gonna be back. Coward is game time decision. So, same thing as Santa Aldama. So I can't really say too much about this Memphis team here. I mean, if Dalma comes back, I'll play him at 6,700. If Aldama is out again and Cedric Coward, then you got to go look at Oliver Prosper. I don't think he's going to be anything tonight because they're going to be a little bit healthier, but he was on a roll for the most part. So, like I said, I got to see what's going on with Memphis, but you can take a shot with Ty Jerome. Like I said, he's limited on minutes, but this guy can absolutely pop, and it's one of the highest totals on the slate. So really don't mind taking a shot with him. But like I said, Pippen being there hurts his usage rate slightly. And then on the Miami side of things, let's go check it out. I think they're all priced right where they should be. I mean, Wiggins, Yaquez, right? They're all solid cash game plays, about 27 to 30. Most of these guys are going to get you. They're healthy. Um, so, I mean, Norman Powell could randomly go off as well if you wanted him to, but he only played 24 minutes in the return. So, yeah, slightly limited on the upside there, but I think they're all like all right cash game plays. Sacramento and San Antonio here in this one, we have a 230 and an 18.5. Oh my goodness. Okay, so one thing that I do want to mention here with San Antonio is it looks like in blowouts and most recently they've really been limiting these guys here. 11, 21, 21. A lot of the starters really have not been playing a lot of big minutes. We'll go look at De'Aaron Fox real quick as well. 17, 32, and 21, right? Some of these could be blowouts. And, I mean, like, even like Devin Vassell, like 24, 22. There's not too much going on, right? Victor's the only one that's really doing all right on his minutes, but he's still at 26, 24. But so if you are playing GPP, you're going to want to find the guys that are maybe going to play a little extra time here for them. One guy that I don't mind looking at is Keldon Johnson. This guy, no matter what, even off the bench, randomly has a game. And I think this could be one of those games for him. As I mentioned, a lot of limitations off the bench. So if this guy gets you 24, 25 minutes, I could see him having a half-decent game at really low ownership for Keldon Johnson. But you are taking a risk with him, so that's a GPP, not a cash game play. More of a cash game play here is Dylan Harper. He comes off the bench as well, but he's more consistent with his minutes, 27, 29, 25. Had a down game against Phoenix, but overall, Still, probably one of the guys you want to look at. So Harper's more of a cash game play. Keldon Johnson is my more of my GPP play here in this one. And on the Sacramento side, there's not much going on. I think if anything, you can look at Max again here. I mess up his name sometimes, so I don't want to say the full thing. You can look at Max at 5,700. Yeah, it's really not the greatest matchup here taking on Victor, but like I said, they really have nobody. Sabonis is still out. San Antonio, like I said, they are coming up a little bit on the centers. They have still give up a 48.6% field goal percentage, 14 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks, and that's where he likes to work. He likes to work inside. So I still think you can go to the well with him at 57. I think his ownership's going to be a lot lower because of the matchup, but I still think he can, get you 30 points at least. So don't mind looking at him. Besides that, that's really it. You can look at maybe Clifford off the bench because he gets 30, 35 minutes, but he doesn't really do much with it. Devin Carter, as normal, still a solid option at 5,300. Not a great matchup, but he's going to play garbage minutes off the bench for you guys. All right, Houston Houston to New York. Real quick, 219, 3.5 here by New York. It is back-to-back for New York in this one. Both these defenses, as we know, are pretty good, so I think Brunson's all right at 9,000. Alfred Sengun could be worth a look here. Maybe, I don't know if Towns gets into foul trouble. Mitchell Robertson has a half decent game at 4,500. You can take a couple shots with him if you want to. Besides that, I really don't have too much else from this game. It's going to be a good, fun one to watch, but fancy-wise, So I'd stay to your main guys in this one: Brunson, Sengun, and maybe a little bit of Mitchell Robertson here in this one. So let's go see, like I said, a couple guys that we can go put in there. I don't really need in these top guys besides maybe Maxey. Could be in a really good spot. If you want to go to Ty Jerome, you can, but he's limited on his minutes. But if not, I don't mind stacking up with VJ. Also, another guy I want to mention is Jeremiah Fears if Murphy is out, but if Murphy plays, Fears gets a slight downgrade. Let me see what else we got going on here. Yeah, shooting guards are terrible. Wow. Is it? Wow. Okay. I mean, if anybody, I can see Tyler Hero getting a 37-40. I know he's limited on his minutes, but he has the best upside of any of these dudes. And then maybe some Dylan Harper down there, right? Small forward. I mean, you're going to have to take some of these studs, but they're going to be way below 5 times value, I'll tell you that. And he might only get 38 elite, maybe. Josh Hart's all right. Kelly Oubre, as I mentioned. And then over here, I don't mind spinning it up with Victor, especially with kind of how this slate's looking. Sengun, as I mentioned, is not bad. Keldon Johnson, as I mentioned in some GPPs, I could see him popping off tonight. And then you got Max as well as a mid-range center. And then Jalen Durant is my guy that I think could pop off as well, coming back from from a suspension, but slightly worried about his minute restriction if it's a blowout. But if Aldama plays, I really don't mind Aldama at all at 6,700. So once again, guys, that is mostly it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy the video, leave a like. We appreciate it quite a bit. Check us out on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link right there. It will take you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow. We'll follow you guys back. And you can message us if you have any questions. Our email will be in the comment section below. Message us on there. And yes, we can send lineups to your guys' email. Like I said, $6 for a day pass. That's it for 2 lineups. Less than a cup of coffee. Why not come join us? Should be, a pretty good slate of games to look at. So once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, and we will see you guys here in the next one.